Hello, and welcome to Sleep Ease Stories, your sanctuary for unwinding and drifting into a peaceful slumber. We're truly grateful to have you with us tonight. Your incredible support is what keeps us going, and we can't thank you enough for tuning in. We always welcome your ideas and enjoy hearing from you. Don't hesitate to leave comments with the stories you'd like to hear, or any themes that spark your interest. Your input is invaluable in helping us create content that you'll find relaxing and enjoyable. But for tonight, let's immerse ourselves in a heartwarming tale set in a medieval town. We'll follow the journey of Thomas, a kind-hearted individual faced with homelessness on a bitterly cold winter night. His life takes an enchanting turn when he stumbles upon a glowing fire barrel, a beacon of warmth that leads to an extraordinary twist of fate. This tale, woven with themes of hope, transformation, and the mysterious workings of the world, promises to warm your heart as you ease into the night. Now, let's begin our evening with a guided relaxation session. This will help you settle into a state of comfort and warmth, setting the perfect stage for our story. Let's first take a moment to relax and find comfort in the warmth of our own presence. Wherever you are, make yourself comfortable. If you're lying down, feel the gentle support of your bed. If you're seated, let your body settle into the chair or cushion. Close your eyes gently and take a deep breath in. Feel the air fill your lungs. And as you exhale, let go of any tension or stress from the day. Take another deep breath. And with each exhale, feel yourself sinking deeper into a state of relaxation. Now, let's begin our journey of warmth with a body scan. Imagine a soothing warmth, like the gentle rays of the morning sun, starting at the very top of your head. Feel this warmth as it slowly moves over your scalp, relaxing any tension. Let this warm sensation glide down to your forehead, smoothing out any lines of worry or stress. Allow this warmth to flow over your eyelids. feeling them become heavy and relaxed. Let it caress your cheeks and move across your lips, bringing a sense of calm to your entire face. This comforting warmth now travels down your neck, releasing any tightness. Feel it flow over your shoulders, a gentle weight melting away the burdens of the day. Let this warm sensation glide down each arm, all the way to your fingertips, leaving behind a trail of relaxation. As this warmth continues its journey, feel it spread across your chest and back. With each breath, your heart and lungs bask in this comforting warmth, filling you with a sense of peace. The warmth now moves down to your abdomen, relaxing the muscles there, and then to your hips, bringing ease and comfort. Feel it as it travels down your legs, soothing every muscle and tendon on its way to your feet. Now, your entire body is enveloped in this warm, comforting embrace, relaxed and at peace. In this state of warmth and relaxation, let us begin our story. In the heart of a medieval town, where ancient buildings cast long shadows over the narrow cobblestone streets, a bitterly cold, wintry night had descended. The moon, a pale spectre in the clouded sky, shed a ghostly light on the empty thoroughfares. Each cobblestone, glazed with frost, reflected the moonlight, creating a tapestry of silver and shadow. The wind, a relentless force, howled through the winding alleys, carrying with it the chill of the north, whispering tales of the icy wilderness beyond the town's fortified walls. Amidst this cold embrace of winter, there wandered a solitary figure, his steps echoing in the stillness of the night. This was Thomas, a man whose eyes held stories of better days, now dimmed by the harshness of his reality. Clad in tattered garments that barely shielded him from the merciless wind, Thomas shuffled through the streets, his every breath a cloud of vapor in the frigid air. His hands, weathered and worn, were tucked beneath his arms in a futile attempt to preserve what little warmth he had left. Once a craftsman of modest renown, Thomas had fallen on hard times. The whims of fate, like the changing winds, had left him homeless, a forgotten soul, adrift in a sea of uncaring faces. The townsfolk, preoccupied with their own affairs, scarcely noticed the shadow that moved amongst them. In their eyes, Thomas was but a wisp of the past, a reminder of what could befall anyone in these uncertain times. Yet, beneath the cloak of invisibility that his misfortune had draped over him, Thomas's heart remained kind. His eyes, though often downcast, still sparkled with the warmth of empathy, reflecting a spirit unbroken by adversity. In his silent observations, he shared in the joys and sorrows of the townspeople, his heart echoing their laughter and tears, even if his voice found no space in their world. On this particularly harsh night, as the wind seemed to pierce through his very bones, Thomas sought refuge. A corner, an alcove, anywhere that could offer a respite from the cold's cruel embrace. Little did he know that his steps were leading him towards something extraordinary, a discovery that would alter the course of his life in ways he could never have imagined. As Thomas wandered through the labyrinth of streets, his weary eyes caught a glimmer in the distance. Intrigued and driven by a desperate need for warmth, he made his way towards the source. Tucked away in a deserted corner of the town, where the buildings leaned close like old friends sharing secrets, Thomas found a curious sight: a barrel from which emanated a soft, radiant glow, illuminating the surrounding cobblestones in hues of amber and gold. This was no ordinary fire. The flames danced with an ethereal grace, casting a spell-binding light that seemed to defy the somber mood of the night. The barrel, worn and weathered, crackled with a comforting warmth that reached out to Thomas like a welcoming embrace. It was as if the fire knew of his plight and offered solace in the cold, unforgiving night. Thomas, drawn to the barrel as a moth to a flame, extended his trembling hands towards the warmth. The heat seeped into his skin, coursing through his veins, thawing the chill that had settled deep in his bones. For the first time in what felt like an eternity, he felt a sense of relief, a momentary escape from the relentless cold. As he stood there, basking in the glow of the mysterious fire, a sense of peace enveloped him. It was in this rare moment of tranquility that Thomas closed his eyes and allowed himself to dream. A dream of a life different from the one fate had handed him. He whispered a heartfelt wish into the night. A wish for a warm, safe house to call his own. A place where he could lay his head without fear of the cold or the morrow. He longed for a stable job, one that would not only fill his stomach, but also restore his dignity, allowing him to stand tall among his fellow townsfolk once again. As the flames flickered and danced, it almost seemed as if they were listening, embracing Thomas's wish in their warm, golden hues. The fire crackled as if whispering back, the air around it shimmering with an unspoken promise. For a fleeting moment, Thomas allowed himself to believe in the magic of the night, in the possibility of a life reborn from the ashes of his current existence. As the first rays of dawn pierced the horizon, painting the sky in hues of pink and orange, Thomas awoke to a reality far removed from the one he had known. Gone were the hard, unforgiving cobblestones that had served as his bed, replaced instead by the softness of a mattress and the warmth of blankets. He found himself lying in a cozy bed within the confines of a small yet enchantingly beautiful house. The room was bathed in the gentle morning light, filtering through a modest window adorned with curtains that fluttered lightly in the breeze. Thomas sat up, his eyes wide with amazement and disbelief. The walls were adorned with simple yet tasteful decorations, and the air was filled with the comforting scent of fresh bread and wood smoke. It was a stark contrast to the cold, desolate nights he had grown accustomed to. For a moment, he wondered if he was still dreaming, if the harshness of the streets had finally broken the boundaries of his reality. Stepping out of the bed, he felt the wooden floor warm under his feet, a sensation long forgotten. Dressed in clothes that were unfamiliar yet strangely comforting, he ventured outside, his heart filled with a mixture of curiosity and cautious hope. The town, bathed in the soft light of morning, seemed different to Thomas. The streets were the same, the buildings unchanged, yet everything appeared more vibrant, more alive. As he walked, the townsfolk greeted him with smiles and nods, a courtesy he had not experienced in years. It was then he noticed the signs pointing towards the community garden, a place of lush greenery and vibrant flowers nestled in the heart of the town. Upon arriving at the garden, he was greeted by a small group of people who introduced themselves warmly. They informed him that he had been appointed as the caretaker of this community haven. The news struck Thomas with a wave of emotion. The garden was a tranquil oasis, brimming with life and color, and it resonated deeply with his gentle nature. As he walked among the rows of blooming flowers and thriving plants, Thomas felt a sense of purpose ignite within him. His hands, once used to the roughness of street life, were now to nurture and tend to the beauty of nature. The job was a perfect fit for him, allowing him to connect with the earth and the community in a way he never thought possible. The magic of the previous night's wish, it seemed, had woven itself into the fabric of his reality, gifting him a new beginning. Thomas, with a heart full of gratitude and a spirit rekindled, embraced his new role, ready to cultivate not just the garden, but a new life for himself. With a heart brimming with gratitude and a curious sense of indebtedness, Thomas set out to find the magical fire barrel that had been his beacon of hope on that fateful night. He retraced his steps, his mind replaying the events, leading him back to the deserted corner where he had found warmth and solace. However, to his bewilderment, the barrel was nowhere to be seen. The corner that had harbored the glowing beacon was now just an ordinary junction of two narrow streets, devoid of any sign that the magical fire had ever existed. Perplexed, Thomas began to inquire with the townsfolk. He approached vendors setting up their market stalls, elderly residents enjoying the morning sun, and even the local children playing in the streets. But each conversation led to the same conclusion. No one seemed to know or remember seeing such a barrel. It was as if the fire that had burned so brightly, providing warmth in his hour of need, was a figment of his imagination, a dream conjured by a desperate heart. The mystery of the fire barrel deepened with each inquiry, casting a surreal veil over Thomas's newfound fortune. It was hard for him to reconcile the tangible reality of his changed circumstances with the elusive nature of the barrel's existence. The more he searched and the less he found, the more he started to wonder if the barrel was more than just a physical object. Perhaps it was a manifestation of something greater, a symbol of hope, or a gift from an unseen benefactor. Disappointed, yet still filled with a sense of wonder, Thomas eventually ceased his search. He came to accept that the magical fire barrel, much like the twist of fate that had altered his life, was a mystery not meant to be solved. Its transient presence in his life had ignited a transformative change, and for that, he remained eternally thankful, even if he could not express his gratitude to a tangible source. As he walked back through the streets, now as a man with a purpose and a home, Thomas carried with him a newfound appreciation for the mysterious ways of the world. The barrel may have vanished, but the warmth it provided him on that cold, wintry night would stay with him forever, fueling his journey forward. In the years that followed, Thomas transformed not only the community garden, but also his place in the hearts of the townspeople. From the man once overlooked and forgotten, he grew into a beloved figure in the town, known for his generosity, kindness, and the breathtaking beauty of the garden he so tenderly cared for. The garden became a symbol of hope and renewal, much like Thomas's own journey. It flourished under his watchful eye, turning into a vibrant oasis that brought joy and peace to all who visited. Thomas's story, marked by the miraculous intervention of the magical fire barrel, became a tale of inspiration. He shared his experience with humility and gratitude, never failing to express his thankfulness for the mysterious turn of events that had reshaped his life. In doing so, he kindled a spirit of compassion and empathy within the community. His acts of kindness were not grand gestures, but simple, everyday deeds that spoke volumes of his character. He shared his harvest with those in need, lent a listening ear to those who felt lost, and always had a warm, welcoming smile for everyone he met. As time passed, the story of the magical fire barrel and the transformation it brought about in Thomas's life became a cherished legend in the town. It was a story passed down through generations, a reminder that hope could be found in the most unexpected places. Then, years later, something extraordinary happened. In their moments of desperation, when the cold winds of hardship blew through their lives, several individuals in the town reported finding a glowing barrel in secluded corners of the streets. Just like Thomas, they were drawn to its enchanting warmth on their coldest, loneliest nights. And just like him, they experienced miraculous changes in their lives shortly after. These occurrences were infrequent and always shrouded in a touch of mystery. But to those who remembered Thomas's story, it was clear. The spirit of giving and kindness that Thomas had embodied and spread throughout his life had kept the magic of the fire barrel alive. It was as if the barrel appeared to those who needed it the most, guided by the legacy of hope and generosity that Thomas had instilled in the town. The magical fire barrel, much like the memory of Thomas, became a symbol of hope and the transformative power of kindness. It was a reminder to all in the town that even in the darkest hours, there could be warmth, there could be change, and above all, there could be magic, kept alive by the spirit of giving. As our story draws to a close, we at Sleep Ease Stories want to extend our heartfelt thanks for joining us tonight. Your presence and support mean the world to us, and we're grateful to share these moments of calm and storytelling with you. As you drift off into the night, we wish you a peaceful and restful sleep. May your dreams be as warm and comforting as the stories we share. Good night, and we look forward to welcoming you back soon to Sleep Ease Stories.